Sur les routes du Tour de France Femmes avec Zwift.
Hello, so today we are at the start of the race, as you can see. All the riders are lining up, and we've got 6 minutes until they start. I will explain what's happened in a little minute, but let's get the riders off before I go into all this. Also, this happened the last few days, so I've got a lot to fill you in on.
Dalby est président de la communauté d'agglomération de l'agglomération par rapport aux coureuses.
Hello, it's been a couple of days since you've seen me. There's not been videos. A few reasons I want to explain. So, we've all had like really bad, like a tummy bug and stuff. So that's one reason. And then the second reason is this. Basically, long story short, oh, little doggo coming. Hello, doggy. Sorry, there's a beautiful dog where we're staying. So basically, we did the ride the day that we were going to do the long ride, which is the day before you saw last. It was going to be like almost like it was like 180k or something. Ended up cutting that short to like 100. And then I felt fine. I felt absolutely fine. That afternoon, we ventured off, did a little bit of fun road work, shall we say. And then I got like a really sharp pain, like just a sore pain there. Look at the size of my thumb. A sore pain there. And I was like, oh, that feels weird. It's quite painful. And I thought it'd been from like lifting heavy bags. I thought maybe I've just sprained my thumb. Anyway, so I was like, that's fine. Took an ibuprofen. I was like, it'll be fine. I think I had an antihistamine as well. And then the next morning, it was just like half my hand was swollen. So I was like, that's not really good. And so I was like, okay, so I went to a pharmacy. They weren't sure either. So they gave me like, I bought like a wrist support for it just to hold it steady. And then I just kept having ibuprofen. I thought it'll go down. However, I woke up, was it this morning? Yeah, this morning. And it was like all my hand is like, it's twice the size of this one, like full on, and it's hot and it's just so painful. And so I was like, I should just go to hospital. So went to hospital. They've looked at it and just said that they think it's just an infection, like I've potentially been bitten. But I just don't think I'm gonna be able to ride because I can't like grip. I can't do anything with that hand. Like I can barely like that's the hair because that's all I can do. I can barely button my jeans up, like my shorts. So it's not ideal. So I don't think I'm gonna be able to change gear or grip my brake. So it's just dangerous to do it. So I don't think I'm gonna be riding tomorrow. Oh, sorry, the hospital also, when I went to the hospital, yeah, they said that, and also they gave me, I bought some antibiotics, so I'm on like 5 days worth of antibiotics, so hopefully it go down. So I was like, I've got a day to see how the antibiotics go, but I don't think I'm gonna risk it. I think it's not actually painful, it's just like, I can't really like do anything with it. I just feel like, Lou, my friend, she's like, who you've seen, she's like, oh, you look like the Nutty Professor, do you know, and he's got his hands just go like huge. I'm like, yeah. That is exactly how my hand looks. So that's where we're at, and that's why I've not been filming, because I've just been not really doing that much. And if you could see the mountains, but I'm going to show you in a minute the mountains because it just looks beautiful. Hi, doggo. Come on. Come on. Come look at the camera. Oh, well, this doggo for one. Come on. Oh. It was been like, you come in. Clearly not interested. I'm going to show you my bike setup that I've got for this trip because I meant to show it you in another video and I haven't because it's a new bike. I just want to show you how I've set it all up and the things that I brought with it for like, which was going to be riding across France. In the end, I think it was 4 days I ended up riding. But I've still got some fun things to do in the next few days, so I'm still going to take you along for those, but that is why there's probably no more, it matches my top, probably no more bike action for me for a little bit. What can you do? There are way worse things that happen, but I've just felt a little bit off it and not filming. Hi, doggy!
Carbs is half an hour from here.
It's really stressful.
Carbs, half an hour from
I'm trying.
It's lovely chill.
Wait till you see the view. Can you see those mountains? How amazing do they look? I just want to ride in the mountains, but I can't this time. Another time, just not this time. So I'm going to show you my bike setup for what I had planned to ride in the mountains.
This is the bike. I actually showed you this in the last video, well, the last video before I came out to France. This is the Windspace SLC 2.0. It is a climbing machine. It's super light. I've ridden it, I think maybe I've done like 400k, is that about right? Really like it so far. I've got the carbon wheels as well, and I actually tried them. It was not by choice, but it was wet on a couple of descents, and I was like, I'm still getting used to them. This is not a full review, but this is just how I've set it up, and so far I really like it. I've also got, which I really like having on this, as you see there's no seat pack. I've actually got a front roll bag. I'm not normally a fan of front roll bags because of the reason that I'll tell you in a second, but this one is the one that I got with the wheels. So when you get the skewers and stuff, you get them in this Allllll front roll bag, and I'm like, this is actually a perfect size. I can get all my tools, repair stuff in it, and a few snacks. And the reason that I like it is because some front roll bags are too big, whereas that one I can actually get my GoPro mount on the front. Also, this is another little tip: if you have got a Garmin mount already and you want to attach a GoPro or a light to it, Garmin do like a separate like accessory. I think it's £12. I'll leave a link to it. And basically it attaches to all Garmin mounts underneath, so you can attach a GoPro or a light. I love it, and I found them out. I was like, oh my gosh, because I used to spend quite a lot on buying a mount that had a GoPro attachment, but obviously now I've got a Garmin mount, you don't need to pay for the extra attachment. It's really easy, it just clicks on and off. I've also gone back to Shimano SPD SL pedals. These are actually the Garmin version because they're power pedals, so I was like, I'm just going to see how I got on with them. I actually really like them. I always preferred SPD, but I'm like, do you know what? I'm just going to try them out and see how I got on, but I've really liked them. And then I guess the main piece of equipment that I will always take on bikepacking trips or multi-day trips is my Garmin Edge 1040 Solar. This thing is amazing. I've had it exactly a year now, and I absolutely love this thing because, one, the solar is phenomenal on it. I'll leave a link to a video where we bikepacked the whole Tour de France route last year, and I tested to see how long the battery would last. But the other things that I like about this particular head unit, some of these features are available on, I think, pretty much a lot of the other units, but what I like about the 1040 is I like the size of it, because I like to see a big map screen, and that's the page that I use the most. So I have the one which has got the navigation on it, because that is the page that's got all the information that I need. So at the top it tells me where the distance is to the next turn. The main section of it is the actual navigation, so if you're descending some kind of weird or like tight switchbacks, you know that they're coming, and I always do that in places that I don't know, so I know what's coming up. And at the very bottom of that it gives you an elevation profile, so I know if it's going to be flat for a little section or if it's going to be a climb coming up. I just love having that, and that's the main screen that I use when I'm not on like home road, so that I know what's coming up. Other thing that I really like about, I think most Garmins do have this as well, is the eat and drink alerts. That on long distance rides is an absolute, it's just a game changer. I know everyone says, oh, it's a game changer, but that has massively helped my riding, because you don't have to think and watch the clock. Also, another thing that I have raved on, you're probably going to guess what this is, Climb Pro. This thing is amazing. If you don't know what Climb Pro is, basically it's a way that allows you to see a climb, the distance, the elevation, how much climbing there is to go, and it's all colour coordinated, so that you can see if the deeper the colour, the steeper and harder it's going to feel. So I just love having that, especially places where, or if I'm going on new climbs, places that I'm not really used to, so you're never really caught out. You are riding it as though you are a local, because you can see what's coming, you know what to expect. And that for me is just so good for pacing. Also, another thing that I really like about this unit are the search functions within it. So you don't have to have it paired to your phone. You don't need to even use your phone, but there are search functions, I can't even say that word, search functions in it so that you can search for a variety of different things. So you can search for supermarkets, ATMs, and in my case the other day I wanted to find a bike shop, and that search function is available in that. When I searched, it actually said that the nearest one was 35 kilometers away, but I knew that there wasn't one close. So I was like, okay, I need to try and find an alternative way. So it's so helpful and handy if you are out and need to search for something like on the go. That doggo's coming back, I think. I can hear its little feet. I think that is pretty much it for today. So I will see you tomorrow for Col de Aspen, Col de Tourmalet, but the bike will not be riding, I don't think. Loads more rides, loads more mountains to come. Okay, I'm going to turn the camera off with my big fat hand. Okay, bye, bye, bye.